Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing MPQ, Marvel Puzzle Quest. Happy Independence Day to all of our American friends out there. It's 4th of July weekend and a lot of fun with red, white, and blue stuff, fireworks, and family and friends. Let me know how that's going for you guys. Mine's been great so far, except for one thing. I did a video yesterday and I lost it again like I did a month or so ago. I actually ran out of file storage space and the video corrupted toward the end. We had a whole bunch of stuff going on in that video. And so we're going to do another one and catch up a little bit. But as I go along, I'll probably mention what I already did yesterday, and it is just unrecoverable. So yeah, I just missed some good stuff. But, we'll just move forward and make a good video somehow today, I think. Oops All Spiders is the PvP event that's been open for a couple of days. It actually ends late tonight. For me, I'm shielded out. Could try for a top 5 position, but might just be getting a top 10 there since it's an off-season event. The total score doesn't go toward your season score. It just matters for your alliance placement and personal placement. But that's been pretty fun because you could use any Spider-Man, and you're required to use any Spidey from your team in the center as your essential character. So I've used everybody from Back in Black Spidey, as you see in front here, 5-star Peter Parker, 4-star Iron Spidey, and even all the way down to Bagman just for fun. And so let me know how that went for you guys. It was good because you could also play with boosted Spider-Verse characters like Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen, and even, yes, Spider-Ham. I played him as well. Just a pretty good effect. So that's pretty much over for me, and then looking forward to join in to First Avenger pretty soon. I have not jumped into it yet, but we saw a Cap event not really too long ago in the cycle, but of course it makes sense thematically for the anniversary of the independence of America. The Shield event, the simulator actually, is back open in the Mind Stone season, so we can jump in there and get in some PvP action since I'm kind of in and out of the other two. I'll take into some character requests. I think I might have to look at my list. I may not get everybody's request in yet, and I'll catch them up by the next video. In the story side of things, this is where it's exciting. Unstable ISO 8 is open and running. I'm going to join a fresh bracket as soon as it opens up, probably later tonight, but it's double ISO for everyone, and that's always a good thing for building your roster. And the big news is the shield training for the brand new 4-star character that was released a couple of days ago, or yesterday, and that is Mysterio. And like I say, I played this yesterday and gave a ran through of Mysterio, so the way I'll go through it, I'll probably say like I said before, but if you didn't see my video before, you couldn't have. It's almost like I didn't go through it before. So we're going to run through that and check out Mysterio's new powers. He seems pretty fun, but not a lot of damage. I guess we'll figure that out. And in the Deadpool's Daily, I did the Crash of the Titans, so we can't repeat that, but it was fun with Spider-Ham against Spider-Ham. We did win, got the legendary token that way, so maybe we'll hit up a DDQ node or so later. Actually, let's see who is in today's hard node, just to find out who it is. Domino. You know what? We might play that one, and that's probably a good spot to start. Let's take this on, and then we'll go into the shield training. We'll do the few tokens I have left, because I did a ton of tokens yesterday, thinking you guys were along with me in the video. We've got more. Get more every day, it seems like, just not a whole bunch saved up over 3 or 4 days like I usually do. Let's jump into this. We have Domino and Doctor Strange and 2-star Captain Marvel against 4-star Kingpin, 2-star Storm, and Scarlet Witch. That can be a pretty tough team. Let's go. So Domino's really fun because she has an active green and red ability, and they're both pretty good. But her passive ability is a lot of fun. It creates extra black tiles to be dropped into the board at a higher likelihood that new tiles that come in will be black. So you need to play that into your strategy here. Only one enemy character has a black ability. That is Kingpin. So I think we should target him first. Usually I would target Storm or Scarlet Witch first because they are very dangerous. Storm, not that she has a lot of health or anything, but her blue ability is team damage plus a really long stun, and if we do enough damage to Storm's friends, she'll retaliate with a team damage ability, and you want to avoid that. So let's go for red and green, and I'll talk about Domino's abilities once we're ready to play them. So watch the new tiles dropping down and see if they feel like they're more likely to be black than any other color. It is true. See that? We did a match 3 and the 2 of the 3 tiles that dropped back in were black. We do have a black ability on our team for 2-star Captain Marvel. It's actually pretty good. Team damage, double hit combo ability. Among 2 stars is quite good. Well, we're not getting anything going for green. That's what I'm trying to do. I like to play green first before Domino's red. And we'll tell you why here in a second if you're not too familiar yet. Every time they play an ability, Doctor Strange is going to retaliate. So here, let's turn these options on. This is not going to end well for the enemy team, and I don't know if we're going to get our abilities played in time since Doctor Strange is so good. So how about we do this? There's a few. We have our red ready to play, and we have 0 green. Let's check it out. Knock them down. It costs 9. When luck creates an opening, Domino uses her skills to reap the rewards. Destroys half of all the black tiles on the board, dealing 1546 damage for each tile destroyed. Does not generate AP, unfortunately, in case you need to build up black for someone else. It's just off the board. But you could add it up. There's, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 9 black tiles. When it says half, it doesn't round up, it does round down, so it's going to destroy 4 black tiles. Love that animation, is really cool. Let's see if we can get our green. Oops, extra move. Almost given away an extra move. Got lucky that it wasn't. An extra for the enemy. Let's see. She's got a green ability. Let's not set her up with the green match. Maybe she'll set us up with the green match. Try to win with that if at all possible. There we go. She set us up real well. We'll take the match 4 in green, and that is our green ability. Ready to go. So, don't knock her down yet, Strange. Enter the fray. It only costs 7, so it's a really inexpensive ability. Sometimes you want to try to play it twice before her red if you can. But the point is, it destroys 12 random non-black tiles, right? So that's a bunch of tiles, and then that's going to mean you could get some cascades from the tiles that are destroyed, but then don't forget, all the new tiles that come in have a higher likelihood of being black. So if you play her green first, then there's so many more black tiles on the board, hopefully, that her red ability will hit even harder. Let's go. Yep, nice cascade. Looks like we're going to get the win. Let's do it this way. That's pretty good. Get those couple command points out of the way, and I wanted to take on, we'll get to the shield training in a second while we're here. Let's run through the big enchilada with a little bit of a challenge here. Oh, it's locked until we clear this. I'll clear this super fast with Thanos usually does a really quick job of this node here. So I wanted to go into the big enchilada with a little bit of a challenge from some of our newer characters. Let's go down to the 4 stars, and then we're going to grab So there's Sabretooth and Ronin Hawkeye. Let's keep going down a little further. There's Black Cat. We played her a little bit, but I also want to get... Yeah, let's play with Sabretooth and Black Cat. I think that'll be fun. And then let's get a non-event character for the bottom. That'll be Bagman. This Bagman. Okay, so I think these two could work a little bit together. Let's see if it works out. This will be our challenge here. I've leveled Black Cat up just a little. So she creates a trap tile that deals damage and steals AP from the enemy. So it's kind of interesting that it places the first perfect plan trap at the beginning of the match. There's no AP to steal, so I don't think it's quite worth it to match it immediately. Let's just take a purple. And hopefully we'll find a way to get that trap taken care of later. We can get it at the bottom. Here's a... So, Sabretooth has red and black active abilities. Black Cat has purple and green active abilities, so they kind of work a little bit together, potentially. And here we go. All right, there's a match 4 with the black trap, and we're unfortunately going to destroy this other one. It doesn't trigger if you destroy it and it's not matched away. But let's see. So they have yellow, red, green, purple, and black. They have all color except for blue. So we stole that yellow. All right. Black trap, ready to match again. We'll take it. Love to steal that red. She's going to keep placing traps every time there's fewer than 3 on the board, so we're going to keep matching them as often as possible. There's a knockout blow with the match that fell down with the red. That's great. So if we keep getting enough traps here, okay, the black's going to be pretty spread out now, but if you keep getting enough, the enemy team just won't be able to gain any AP against you. Let's start taking on Kingpin. Let's go ahead and play Happy Birthday Runt. It's damage for enemy strike tiles that we place. 956 damage per tile. This only creates 3, so that's 2,800 for pretty inexpensive. So let's do another hit of that right here on this guy. And he's out because it's nice to play that twice and you get the extra damage the second time because of all the strike tiles that are on the board. We want to match away that strike. I know there's a match 4, but you know what we do? I often find ways to make it more illogical, and I didn't want to lose that trap tile by the match 4, so I thought we would just do it that way. Okay, so we have our purple, green ready to go. Let's take a look. Better Luck Next Time does just 266 damage. I only have this at cover level 1. I'm really looking forward to level this up. And sends her airborne for 1 turn. Let's hit Kingpin with another match first before we do that. Two match combo. Okay. He's almost knocked out. And this is about perfect. So for 266 damage, and he's got 262, this is basically as efficient as you can get. We'll do damage by going airborne. He's out. When she lands from being airborne, she's going to stun the target enemy. That stun, probably need to stun Juggernaut because he's got a red ability that costs just 6. Probably get hit with it here, but if he doesn't, cool. Black Cat will stun him for a turn. That's great. While there's a stunned, well, let's look at Claws Out. It only costs 6, so it's a pretty good ability. Deals 2319 damage, and if the target happens to be stunned, it does an additional 1157. So we're going to do this right now for the 3400 damage, and check it out. You see how the math is working out really well. We'll take Juggernaut out right there before he can do anything. So Sentry has 9 yellow, and Ares also has a yellow ability, but it costs 10. Let's see if Ares will play the yellow instead of waiting for Sentry's ability. Not yet, but they have 11 red now. That's dangerous. So they both have a big red damaging ability. Let's go ahead and take Ares not quite out with Tooth and Nail, because it's going to do 4 separate shots of 754 each. 3,000. I wish we could have done that again. One of the two is going to play their red ability right here. It's going to hurt. Cool. That supernova team damage from Sentry actually ends the turn, interestingly enough. So let's get, what do we want? Let's get purple. Big purple with the knockout blow of Ares. Better luck next time again. She's airborne, and if we match the trap, we still get the full effects. Here comes the stun. That's working pretty well. All right, we get a enemy strike tile and a trap match here. We're going to get a couple effects. Nice. And this should do it. Let's go ahead and end it with Happy Birthday, Runt. Okay, those two played pretty well. Got through the big enchilada together. For newer characters that are not championed, you only need one more cover on Sabretooth, actually. That's pretty efficient for me. So we're going to go into the shield training now. Let's go ahead and jump in there and take a look. We have to fight with the brand new Mysterio on our team against a pretty tough team with Main Event Hulk, Quake, and Domino. They have all active powers in each color except for black. Domino's black is passive, don't forget. So here we go. This is Mysterio. What I think we'll do is I'll play my leveled up normal characters for our first run through in case they have to help me figure out some of the strategy. Like I said, I did play this last time. I started to think about what to do strategically for Mysterio's abilities, since they all kind of lead into each other. And it's got a clever design, so we'll see if it works. And a 315 Invisible Woman for a pretty big green ability. Let's look at Mysterio's abilities. And by the way, if you checked him out and played this already, let me know what you think about him. I want to make one thing that I noticed quite clear. Characters that have the color mix of purple, blue, and yellow are very typically not high damaging characters. They're very typically support related, AP either generating or manipulating, or like projectiles, or like health regain, or like invisibility, okay? Or projectiles and stuff. That's the very common theme with characters of this color build. So you think, okay, that makes sense. Professor X, Coulson, Ant-Man, they all do kind of special things and may not have a big, nuke damage and that kind of thing. Knowing that, let's take a look. So From Thin Air is a really cool ability. I like it. It only costs 7 purple, and he goes invisible for 4 turns. This is at cover level 5 now. And so he creates 5 blue trap tiles that each deal 720 damage when matched, but if he's invisible, they actually do 1138 damage. That's great. So the first 4 turns, once you go invisible, you'll have that opportunity to make extra damage. Sounds good. If he's going to be invisible for 4 turns a lot, he's probably not going to take a whole lot of damage himself. For my next trick is a passive ability in blue, and this is a really uniquely designed power. Some people think it's cool, some people think it's not going to help you very much. Let's see. At the start of the turn, if Mysterio has 8 or more blue, he converts 5 of that to yellow. Deals a little bit of damage, 396, to the highest level enemy, not the target. And if Mysterio still has 4 or more blue after that conversion, then he stuns the target for 2 turns. Okay, So you're going to lose 5 blue anytime you start a turn with 8 or more. That's going to be kind of a tricky balance to watch that. But getting getting a stun, if you can manage your blue AP well, that's great. Now the pledge is what they designed to be at cover level 3 instead of 5. That they give you the pre-design for this character. He places a 4-turn countdown tile. I was forgetting, it's not a yellow countdown, it's any color countdown. There we go. Okay, I'm glad I reread that. I was thinking it's almost always yellow. 4-turn countdown that while this is on the board, when a yellow match is made, it generates purple AP instead. It doesn't say when your team makes a yellow match, it generates purple. So I also think this works for the enemy team. I played through this pretty quickly and I didn't notice if it also counts for the enemy team. When they match yellow, will they get purple or not? I think that's the case. We'll see how it goes when we play through this. And by the way, when the countdown goes off, he steals a burst of 650 health from a random enemy and an ally. So you can't control it. It is random. That's kind of cool, but it might be a little bit annoying to manage that properly for your team. Let's jump into it and see if we can win. So when I played this last time, I targeted main event Hulk first, thinking, he's got the most health and he's got the automatic tile swap. I think I changed my mind to take Domino out first. Constantly adding the colors to the board and having that cheap green ability to really throw off my plans was tougher to deal with. So let's try to target her first, if possible, and go from there. There's a red that drops purple on the left, but I think I'm going to go for the blue, or the green-blue. And they can match black all day. It doesn't build up an ability. Of course, it does decent damage, but not a whole lot. Alright, so we're making a real push toward Mysterio's colors. Let's see if we can get purple going right away. Definitely want to get a lot of blue, so that all of his abilities feed into each other. So the more blue you get, it'll be converted to yellow. When you play his yellow, and then when you play his yellow ability, when you make a yellow match, it earns you purple, and it's going to flow through and cycle those colors. Here we go with I wasn't going to match all the blue off the board yet. I was going to talk about that in a second. We have 8 blue, so here comes the damage. Nice. And it converted to yellow, so it converted the 8 down to 3 blue into yellow. So here's the pledge. Let's play this 4-turn countdown tile when we have a yellow match on the board. I don't think there's much reason to play it until you have a yellow match ready to go. That's what I was going to say about the blue. I think you should play as purple only when you have a blue match ready on the board that you're going to take, because then you'll have a really high likelihood of matching one of those traps immediately. Yep, I think either Domino or main event Hulk, it's one or the other. You really need to get them taken care of first. They do tile swaps and board manipulation. It's going to be hard to make any plans in this match for what I'm going to do next. There's a blue match again. So here we go. Now this is perfect. Let's play the pledge. There's a match 4 in yellow on the board. The countdown went on black. That couldn't have been much better. And so we have 6 purple. We're going to get 1 on the line break for 7. Plus, are we going to get an additional 4? We did jump up to 11 purple. That's awesome. Now there's no blue match available, so let's go. Look how much purple we're going to have now after this. 17. That's pretty crazy. Well, there's still no blue match on the board, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and play from thin air because we're so far ahead in purple AP. Keep in mind, you could be using that to build up somebody else's purple ability on your team. How can we get those blue trap tiles lined up? Doesn't look like we can do much yet. By the way, if matched or destroyed, from us or from the enemy. So we have a match 4 in black that will destroy that trap tile. Additional damage. Sorry, Peggy, I knew that was going to be a big one. Check this out. There's a match 3 that creates an extra move. Can you guys see where it is on the board? A normal match 3, but a extra move match 5 plus will happen automatically. I'll give you a second to find it. See if you told me if you find it in the comments below. Check out this black move right here. This is going to be huge. Even better than I thought with the yellow dropping down from above. Very cool. Alright, so we're working well on Domino. Let me remind me of the damage of my green. It's quite a bit. Let's save that up. It's 11,198. We'll save that for probably taking on Quake. So Mysterio is still invisible, but let's play the pledge in case we get a random yellow match that actually went into a rough spot. We'll play from thin air again. He's already invisible, but now he's going to be invisible for 4 turns, and that was perfect because we get 3 blue trap tiles at once. Let's go. All 3 of those hit. Oh, too bad we couldn't knock her out to avoid that trouble. They matched yellow and got yellow. So I think that Mysterio ability, must be just for our team, unless I didn't count everything correctly. We did get a stun on Domino. Let's move over here to Hulk. I'm going to give him a 1-2 Ultimate Soldier. And this is overkill, but let's take him out. There we go. Now we only have to worry about Quake. Got our purple from the yellow match. Play it again. Yeah, so you can see how he's really affecting the AP that we have and the enemy team. We've got green again. Let's play it on Quake. Nearly take her out of here. Back to Domino. Don't see a way to get the blue traps lined up. This will be close to get the blue trap ready. That'll work. We're up to 9 blue, so we get the little bit of damage, but guarantees the stun. That's kind of cool. I like it. You know for a fact when you get up to 9 blue, you're going to get a stun on the target enemy automatically. I mean, it spins your blue and converts it over to yellow, but it's a guarantee. Go for blue with the trap. But see, Mysterio just doesn't have a bunch of direct damage abilities. You have to, you're only going to do damage from the blue conversion or from matching trap tiles. So he's going to be a better character for behind someone else that can do a lot of damage with certain like higher expensive abilities, or they don't mind being up front because they have a healing ability while he's invisible or something to that effect. But I can definitely see how he could build up yellow for a different member of your team, how you could play yellow of his to build up purple for someone else on your team, or use Mysterio just as a blue matching character to try to get the stun going. Alright, that was pretty cool. Should we take on another match with the same team? Maybe we covered it pretty well. I just want to say I'm glad that they worked on the required characters this time. There's no one brand new that is required for an actual character level of 209, except for the older characters that a lot of us have had a little bit of time to work on that for. And if you do that, you can win a brand new free cover for Mysterio, random color, which one you'll get if you can get down and beat Call for Backup 3. If you can't, keep working and you'll eventually get your roster built up so you can win it each time. Maybe that's good. Let's end it there. We'll see a lot more Mysterio soon. Let's do our tokens and then we'll get into some PvP action. So here is just a quick overview on the Savory Taco Vault of the current run here. I'm not going to do these today, but there's 182 tokens I got saved up, and I'll probably end up pulling a lot of these or all of them. Spider-Ham and War Machine are great. The legendary token is great, but more so it'd be interesting to go for the latest released 3 stars, the newer ones. Doctor Strange, Thanos, Hawkeye, Star-Lord, and Elektra are some of the newest 3-star characters that rotate, rotate through on a normal schedule. The only characters that we would be missing from the newest runs are Angel and 3-star Gambit. They'll be in the next Taco Vault, so we might go for them as well. But I'm going to do that in a separate video with 182 tokens. That would take a really long time if I've tried to put it on this one. Battle at the Basilica. That's what I've been meaning to talk about because I had a really nice couple of run-throughs recorded on that against the cool new bosses that the teams created. The Hydra Man and Molten Man were a lot of fun and clever design, honestly, and actually pretty tough. So let me know how the boss fights went for you guys. And I thought it was really cool that each round it would switch from one boss to the other again on the next round. That was great. They also had a team up where they brought their other boss in to do a team up damage kind of thing. Loved it. Good event. It just did get really difficult on especially the side nodes that were the 1 versus 1 side nodes that scaled to your roster. My enemies were like level 525. They were absolutely crazy. And I took on a couple of those that we recorded and eventually got to one of them was 5-star Black Cat, and she whipped me up big time. I lost twice in a row and said forget it, and then I came back later for the win. So that was pretty fun. Also fought separately, but not on the recording. It was fun to fight boss versions of Prowler and Vulture and 5-star Doc Ock. It was and Venom. So those were pretty fun. Let me know how the 1v1 battles went for you guys in the alliance-based battle at the Basilica. I think I was pronouncing that correctly. I'm down to the 1 single draw. Let's go. Nothing good there. This thing ends in 2.5 hours. I'm going to try to remember to sneak in and get a midnight flip on that if I can. Nope, it ends before that for me. I think we're out. I was wondering about trying to go for that Infinity War Spidey in there. Tempting. I'm really trying to make a push for his covers. Let me think about that since that's ending soon. So, Peter Porker, Spider-Ham is the current Crash of the Titans character. The next one is Spider-Gwen. So if you need to get working on leveling her up to be able to beat the Crash, start doing that now. You've just got a day and a half to do it. And if you need to purchase this cover to help you to win the Crash, that is the deal available. Separately, 5-star Peter Parker is the essential 5-star in story mode if you play clearance levels 7 through 9. And the next 5-star that will be the essential character in the event after Unstable ISO 8 is going to be Back in Black Spidey. So I'm probably going to spend 250 command points when that event opens, unfortunately and fortunately. So we've got a couple special offer tokens. I pulled a bunch of these last in the video I lost for you and did pretty well. Got a 4-star from them. Nothing there. Let's go to our elites and heroics. Since we have a lot less tokens and we might not be running too amazing with the rest of these, maybe we'll pull a bunch of standards to the point until we get a 3-star. Doc Ock. Well, I was just going to say until I get a bonus, because that's so interesting. That is the last Gamora that I need once leveling her up to get a legendary token. Another 3-star bullseye. So let's do that in the standards. I want to take a quick look. I think I'll put it on bullseye. That's who we're going to move. I need to move my... I don't need to. I prefer to move my 3-star bonus hero around to whoever's close to getting a legendary token, since that's kind of the goal a lot lately. Let's put it on bullseye. And we're going to draw standard tokens, as many as it takes until we get a 3-star character. We've got 663. Do you think we can get a 3-star before we run out of tokens? Man, I hope so. I hope we get it before we're down to 600. I'm going to try to just blaze through these as fast as possible. From where we started, how many draws do you think it's going to take to get one? I'm guessing about close to 43. That's usually the expectation. The odds are 1 in 43 at getting a 3-star. 1 in 8 at getting a 2-star. So there's 2 of those in a row. 1 in 8, right? 1 in 43, and then 1 in 8 for a 2-star. I think I did get a bonus last time. I ran this in probably 20 some draws, and before that it was like 153. No kidding. Something to that effect. So it can be all over the place. I kind of sometimes wish it would just be every 43rd time you draw tokens, you're going to get the 3-star. Every 8th time, you're going to get the 2-star. But maybe that would be a lot less fun for people. I just would prefer to know what I'm going to get sometimes. Or most of the time. I can use the 2-stars. They help build up the farm as you know, I build them up and collect all the rewards for the champion levels. And then when they get maxed out, I'll wait until it's the right time to sell them and start the process over again. I think that's about the best thing you can do to cycle through the rewards as much as possible. I know everybody needs ISO 8 for a long time in the game, but reinvesting into your characters that go through the farming process like this, I think that's the best way to do it, because it costs a little bit of ISO along the way, but it earns you a lot more in additional covers, additional tokens, command points, and hero points. So it's kind of a way to spend ISO as you go toward further progress of your roster. Some people sell everything and without champing characters up, and you don't get experience that way as much either. And experience definitely helps you earn ISO. We are at the 500 mark with no 3-star, so that's about what, 60 some? Somebody might be nice enough to count it down for us, and we get it. There's the 3-star cover we were waiting for. It's Storm, and our brand new bonus hero is Bullseye for a few levels. Great. Glad to be done with that. Let's add in our rewards and then get into PvP. How many 1-stars do we have here? 60. So it took about 60 draws to get it. Not that bad out of control for the odds. I'll level up Magneto, Black Widow, both heading toward 140. Need a couple more Hawkeye to be maxed out again. Well, I think we just made it with the experience. Just made it to another level, 178. I haven't collected that in a while, and that reminds me. We've got some 3-stars that I should probably champion. In my last video, I sold a 3-star to re-roster one that I had covers nearly expiring on. And I only sell 3-stars when I have a max champion and a duplicate getting near max level as well. So I have 2 of them that are pretty high. I'll let one go, let the max champ go as the other one gets higher. So I did that, and that's what allowed me to open up a spot for my duplicate Squirrel Girl. But now we're going to have to save a roster slot for Mysterio. So with the 3-stars, let's run through these first, and then I think what we're going to do, well, my count on Bullseye was off for the bonus heroes. Went past by 1. I need to change that. Fine. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, I have duplicate 3-stars that we can champion and get a couple of legendary tokens from. There's Gamora, and that's why we switched our bonus hero away from her. Doc Ock makes level 5 in black. We need more green and a little blue. Let's see where Star-Lord is now. Need purple big time. I've got 3 saved non-purple covers. Just with that purple, we could champion him again. I think I had somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 3-stars that I leveled up in the last video, so sorry you guys missed that. I couldn't save it for you. But we can do this for fun. Who do we have to champion? Oh yeah, Blade and Loki. Let's do it. Finally got Blade's black to level 3. I think that's what it took to get him ready. 4 saved covers means we can spend the 120,000 ISO plus the fee, and there we go. And start building him up again. Let's double check here. I think, yeah, that's probably the way I run it. I run Night Stalker at level 3. Some people run it higher. I think stealing 2 AP each turn from the strongest color is plenty. You could steal 3 each turn after doing more upfront damage, but Blade is a powerhouse damage dealer. I think black can run at level 3 just fine. And then let's also go here to Loki. He's got a lot of saved covers because I just couldn't get anything but black for a while, I believe. And finally built him up. To 173, and his build, I think I want to do this. Trickery is a good ability, but I really get a lot out of Mischief and Illusions for 3-star Loki, and I play lightning rounds that feature him as an essential character enough. Let's go back and see what we have for 4-stars. I had some good 4-stars in my previous video. A couple of Bishop. We got the next one for 900 point level in the current event. Let's get him up to 285. And I also had a bunch of Peggy Carter from the boss event. That was great. Thank you, Alliance, for doing well. And I also, check this out, had 4 covers to add on to my Infinity War Spider-Man. So we got him up above level 320. That was awesome because of this. I talk about it in probably every video more than I need to, but at level 320, we got the purple cover for Black and Black Spider-Man. That was awesome. So we can also spend, and we're going to keep him as a bonus until I get all the way around through another 19 covers to get another cover on BSSM. But while we're in the 4-stars, I added a cover to a couple of characters. One of those is Sabretooth, and he's going to take 74,300. I got that down. Let's level him up to 250. Could have done that before the battle we took him in, but now his 3x3 block does 1,094 damage. higher damage here at 995 per enemy strike tile, so that's almost 3,000 for a cost of 7 when you play Happy Birthday Run. That's really pretty good, and I really want to try to get this caught up to level 5 as soon as possible. 4 individual slashes of 785 up from where they were previously. That's good. Okay. So Sabretooth only needs 1 more cover in either green or red. And 5 stars. I added the cover in, but I didn't level him up. 49,200 ISO. To take Back in Black Spidey up to level 405. That's going to be great because of his shadowy acrobatics. It's going to help a lot playing against Rocket and Groot and Kitty teams out there. Enemy strike tiles add 65% less damage to a minimum of 1. So when those strike tiles start doing 5,000 and 8,000 damage, he's mitigating that by thousands per turn. Awesome. That used to be down at 50%, 55%, and I can't wait to get that up to 75 and then 100% like a lot of people run him at. So with that level up, Automotive Artillery costs 14, so it's a big deal. But he deals 10,065 damage to the target, and then it ignores the effects of projectiles, by the way, and it stuns a random enemy for 4 turns. So it's kind of good that it doesn't stun the target, because you could save that as a knockout blow if somebody has less than 10,600 health. Knock them out, and it's guaranteed to stun one of the other remaining characters. And Taekwondo is... it's an inexpensive ability. It only costs 6, but it does 4729 damage to the target. And otherwise, he stuns the target for 1 turn and deals just 1178 damage. If he's invisible, he deals the higher damage. So, very cool. I like it. If somebody on the enemy team is stunned, he just automatically becomes invisible. Looking forward to getting him in action. Let's do that now in PvP. Looks like we're still getting a lot of... hits deflected from my shield in the current running event. Good thing I put that up. So we got a couple of requests, and let's see. You know what? I think we're going to do that. We're going to get Spidey in. That's a Kitty team we could test him on. Let's see who else we have to go up against. This is a brand new sim event. Let's skip that and see if we can find another. Kitty, Hella, and Cable. Might save that for another idea. Let's get a different Kitty and Rocket and Groot team. Here we go. Let's take on this with our brand new leveled up Spider-Man, and we'll also get a viewer request for a 4-star character. I did play this person relatively recently, but there's Spidey. But we're also going to grab the 4-star Deadpool. I played him recently a little bit, but I think he's going to fit this team pretty well with his active purple and red abilities. 535 is where I usually run Deadpool. It depends though a little bit on if I have him with Okoye or not. I like his red a lot. He's one of my highest level characters, by the way, a top 5 of all of my 4 stars. Out of bullets costs 13, so it's a little bit expensive. However, it's just great. It does 13,000 damage to the target, but heals Deadpool for 7,850 health. That's at level 5. I almost always run that at level 5. Let's look at his other one here first. Countdown for what? It only costs 7, so it's pretty awesome in that it places 6 5-turn countdowns on the board on the enemy team's strongest color. So whatever that color is, you need to pay attention to that, because if you knock out one of the enemies, the team's strongest color could be different later in the match. But it's also a good way, when these things count down, it takes color off the board that would be dangerous for them to match against you. But each one of these deals 2603 damage if matched by us, them, or destroyed any way at all. Not bad damage for each. And then I want to go back and look at X Enforcer. It's a passive ability. If one of Deadpool's teammates takes 2336 damage or more, He just creates a 1-turn black countdown tile that goes off basically right away at the beginning of my turn for 2511 damage. So if they hurt me for a little, he's going to hurt them back for a little more. Love it. You can run this at higher levels. At level 5, it's still 2336 damage, but then he hits back for 58, 59. I'd love to run this higher, but I can't seem to reduce his other colors. So we'll play Back in Black Spidey for blue and green, Deadpool for red and purple. So we need a black and red, purple, blue, green, black, yellow, right? Yep, that's what we need. So who's going to be a 5-star black yellow user? Okoye has a really awesome passive black ability, but I don't want to do that here. We could play Old Man Logan. Let me think about that for a second. Probably not. A Wasp might create too much of a challenge for a black and yellow user. Maybe we'll go with Goblin here. Yellow is active, but it's kind of different. We could go with Panther. Let's try to win with Panther, I think, in this case. He's got an active black and a passive yellow. Let's see if we can do this. The reason I want Panther is if we just get in trouble and take a whole lot of damage, he might be able to retaliate back. Let's target Kitty first. And here we go. There's 2 different ways to do a match 4. We'll certainly take the match that has the strike tiles in it. Let's look at the board. They're starting off with 1,414 in strike tiles. Which goes up every turn that they have 4 or more on the board. There's our X-Enforcer, and that went into a good spot. We remove another strike tile. There's only 2 remaining already, and they're down to 880. And that's what they are at face value, but don't forget, on top of that, Back in Black Spidey's purple ability is reducing them by 65% as they sit. So it doesn't, he's not reducing them when you look at their value, he's reducing them when actual matches happen against you. Let's just take it down to 1 remaining, and we shouldn't have to worry about that much at all. Cool. Let's make a major run toward red. And all the strike tiles are gone. This is too good. I haven't played Back in Black Spidey's green for a really long time. We better take that countdown out that Kitty created, because if Deadpool retaliates with his countdown, that will qualify for her creating a bunch of attack tiles against us. Definitely don't want that. What do we do here? Yellow's not an active ability for us. It's bad for them to get it. They have 10 blue. Rocket's going to play his blue. So in that case, let's leave that blue match available in case... Oh, it's cost 12. Well, good job, Rick. Now he's going to play it, and there's no blue match available anymore. This could be a bad thing. There is a blue match available, and we got really lucky. Alright, so let's look at Deadpool. We've got Out of Bullets ready to play. We've also have Countdown for what? That'll play on yellow, and we have to be really careful against Kitty, because she has a repeater tile that will do a whole lot of damage when she removes all of our specials. So let's get this extra move. And now I think we'll let that blue match, since it can't be messed up too much. We'll leave it sit. Let's get this critical matched with... How do we want to do this? Probably, I think we're going to do white that drops green with the critical. Alright, a couple of X-Enforcers coming up here. So Kitty's got 24,000 health remaining. Let's do this. We've got a yellow match on the board, which should allow us to get a couple of these countdown for what's matched away. And deal damage. Oh, all three. So good. Let's go ahead and hit her with the... Well, what's Deadpool have for health? He's got all of his health, really. He doesn't tank anything, so he's not going to lose any health. So let's just do it. Very good. What do you think there's a chance that this would hit Kitty for that damage of 10,000? 1 and 3. It did hit her. That is unbelievable. And it's perfect that it stunned Rocket and Groot. You guys are so good with the viewer luck. We got that to work out so great. All of these individual damage hits are going to hit Thor instead of wasted on Kitty. Extra move in purple. Oh man, this is such an awesome combo. Check this out. Not only do we have a purple extra move, it's going to, see how the flashing green? It's going to create a match 4 in green that will allow us to get this black match for free, but more importantly, it's going to destroy the whole row, and we're going to get the blue match over on the left side and take out Rocket and Groot's repeater tile. Unbelievable. Here we go. Extra move with that black with the critical. And Rocket and Groot is down to 148 health remaining. We're not done. If we play countdown for what, it's going to create that on green. Those countdowns on green now instead of yellow. So here's what we want to do. Let's play Panther's Prey on Thor, which means we're going to get extra damage of 5260 every time we damage Thor. We're going to get that much more on top of it. Let's play countdown for what to create our countdowns, and now we're going to stun Thor with Tyke Web Do. Tyke Web Do, I keep saying that. Cool. Oh yeah, we didn't stun him. Well, that's okay. Check this out. 3-hit combo. Just need to find a way to get another. Oh, he's gonna get hit by another one. Unbelievable. That was a funny team for sure. We're gonna get the win here. Thank you for the suggestion on Deadpool, and we had a really good run with our leveled up Back in Black Spider-Man. Can't wait to get more covers on him. Who else did we have requests for? Guys, I don't have my list in front of me, so I'm not remembering what we've been asked for. Oh boy, rough. Let's see who this is going to give us. Don't want to take on that team yet. It's too early in the simulator to worry about that kind of difficulty. It's kind of a fun team. Let's take on this guy. You don't see the different costume equipped on Captain Marvel very often. Let's thumb through the 4 stars here and see if I'll remember who was requested recently. You know, we really haven't played Cloak and Dagger at all for a long time. I don't think that's a request we've had. A lot of good ideas here. Yeah, I'm not remembering who we wanted to see. I'll have to check my list. I'm sorry, I thought it would jump out at me. But let's do this. We haven't played Cloak and Dagger for a while, and we'll get them into a match with a couple of 5 stars. So they feature yellow, purple, and black abilities. We'll probably make use of yellow and purple and save black for the 5 star. So if that's the case, I really kind of want to take them into a match with our 5-star Kitty, who also has a yellow, but will probably play Cloak and Daggers, and will play Kitty's red, yellow, purple, so black, blue, and green. That can mean a bunch of different characters. Let's go with let's see if we can get in a match with Kingpin. He also creates attack tiles, so does Cloak and Dagger. This might be fun. Just make sure we don't have too much trouble with Kingpin's green. Let's boost that, and I think we'll boost red and yellow like usual. And what team up should we bring along just in case we get in trouble? All right, here we go. So Cloak and Dagger is a very clever designed character, where right now Dagger's in front and Cloak is in back. But if you play Pocket Dimension for 6 AP or 3, if it gets reduced when you meet these this criteria, it deals 2390 damage, so it's real inexpensive and low on damage. But it has 2 effects where it actually, when Cloak is in front, you'll have different powers from your yellow. So let's look right now. With Dagger in front, it's Light Knives. It does direct damage to a target enemy of 5306 and removes enemy special tiles, or if there are no enemy special tiles, it does 5306 team damage. Pretty awesome. And then Child of Darkness is a passive ability. When there are 9 black tiles on the board or more, they will create a Strength 222 red attack tile. If not, they put 3 black tiles on the board, or convert to. So we'll look at the other abilities once we flip over and have Cloak out in front. We probably need to target Jessica first. She can be very dangerous with her trap tiles. What do we want to do? Red and purple are the first couple of matches I'm looking at. Green also. Enemy team doesn't even have a purple ability, so let's not worry about that at first. So great, we're going to get a lot of black. That's not going to help us tremendously on this team, except for maybe we will play Cloak and Daggers black or Kingpins, whichever helps out the most. Here's a yellow, definitely want that. So if black is allowed to add up on the board, we're going to get a lot of attack tiles, but we're going to have to match away any traps until Jessica's down. Tough turn here. What do we want to do? There's a red that could be a trap. If I get the match 4 in purple that we're looking at, it sets up a match 4 in black for the enemy team. If I do the red match, it sets up a green match 4. So let's take a chance here with purple-green this way. Once we get enough attack tiles, our luck worked out big time, by the way. There we go. Once we get 4 or more special tiles on the board, Kitty's going to start increasing the strength of those attack tiles a lot. And we have enough purple. Do we want to do it now? I think we do. Let's go ahead and play Pocket Dimension, and only costs 3 since there were so many black tiles on the board at that moment. And now Cloak is up in front. So now with Cloak in front, Child of Light is the yellow ability, and now it's passive instead of the black ability. And I like this because it starts to add yellow to the board instead of black. Keep that in mind. And then the Darkness Hungers is their active black ability, where if you play it on someone, it's a 6-turn black countdown tile that reduces their actual cover level, their power level, down by 3 levels. So if the enemy has a level 5 red or against you, it reduces it all the way down to by 3 levels. That's pretty cool. Let's hold on to that black for the moment. Extra move. Looking pretty good. We have Kingpin's green. Let's check this out. Break Their Will is it's a fortified 2-turn green repeater that deals 8576 damage. Guys, listen to me. This is not a bad power at all. It's actually pretty good. Since it's fortified, you're very likely to get more than 2 hits out of this for only a cost of 9. If you get 3 damaging blows out of this, that's over 25,000 in damage for 9 green. It's pretty good. And by the way, if you have more AP than the enemy in your strongest color, which happens to be blue, then it also creates 3 strength, 130 attack tiles. We have 3 blue, they have 6. Better not play it yet. I really want to get those attack tiles. So let's do this match 4. Maybe I could have left that for them. They got blue, and we're going to get blue also. The attack tiles we have are really starting to add up. Seven blue to 9. That's too bad. So here's what we're gonna do. Kingpin's blue ability, Forced Hand. Ah, man, we can't do this yet, can we? We really shouldn't. Deals damage if we give away a special tile. I just don't want to do that yet. Let's wait. We do have Jessica knocked out. But these... Yep, these are going to potentially do a lot of damage. Those repeater tiles from... I'm also a big fan of the repeater tiles from Ghost Rider. When they work really well. What do we do here? We're way behind on blue. And they don't even have a blue ability any longer. They're going to play their yellow. So let's do this. Let's play Darkness Hungers on Carol. Kind of a cool animation there. That's targeting her, so now, since she's going to play her yellow, it's now worth a lot less damage to us. She's going to send an ally airborne, which, it's going to be Ghost Rider, of course, and he's only going to get a burst of 1,000 and then deal 2,000 some damage when he lands. That's a lot less than it would have been. Let's see. Let's play Kitty's red, so that when we get that damage, she'll create attack tiles. Excellent. And how in the world are we going to get blue? There's just nothing on the board. At least we lose a turn of the damage from those repeaters. Play... Gonna play Kitty's yellow. Let's play Pocket Dimension again. And now we can play... Oh, man. We'll play yellow from Cloak and Dagger, but not till Ghost Rider is back from being airborne, I guess, is probably a smarter play. We lost one of our attack tiles and got one back. Great. Light Knives, great ability. The enemy doesn't have any actual strike attack or protect tiles. Oh, wait, can't play it yet. He's still airborne. Wow, I'm hoping we get another turn here. 12 black. That's no good. We're going to take a big hit from Ghost Rider. Alright, let's play Light Knives. Team damage. Well, we're not going to get the damage from Kingpin's blue here, but we're going to play this, give away a special tile, a weak attack tile, to deplete their blue. And now it's 6-6, so we need a blue match so that we can finally play Kingpin's green ability. He's going to take a big hit here. just take absolutely forever, don't they? They could all fire at once, in my opinion. Oh! I didn't look to see what team up they had, and it's absolutely ironic that they had a 4-star Kingpin team up that completely stole our blue after all of that planning. Really, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, let's just play Break Their Will right now. We don't get the attack tiles from it, but I just need to get this damage going. We're going to lose Kingpin here? I think we might. Unbelievable. After all that work. This enemy team has done a lot better than I thought they would against us. So far. Cloak and Dagger has an excellent heal ability. That's what I didn't talk about with their yellow. Oh, wow. It's an excellent healing ability, but it's not going to overcome that 20,000 shot from... I haven't had this much trouble against Ghost Rider in, like, over a year. We have a lot of attack tiles, so if we can keep those safe, we're going to wipe them out pretty quickly, but... Carol's going to play her red repeater. Okay. This will take out Ghost Rider, and finally we are rid of his repeater tiles. Our attack tiles are going to be a little too much for Carol to keep up with, and we are barely going to get the win. And you guys can finally say, well, yeah, Kingpin was a bad decision in the first place. I wanted to show you how he can be pretty decent once in a while. That's what I wanted to show you guys. Didn't quite work that way, but we get the win. I guess that's fine. So let's go into one more match. That's the one I was going to save for later. Let's cycle this one up a little bit. A Wasp team. That might be kind of fun for me. Hopefully a little bit for you guys that have very rarely gotten to see Wasp in action, at least the champion one. So let's do it. She features yellow, blue, and black. And so here's what I think we're going to do. We're going to try to take advantage of her yellow ability. I had a plan. Let me think. Let's play her with Thor, only because he's injured at 14,000. I think she's going to help get him through the match in a couple of different ways. Sending him invisible will be part of that. So blue, black, red, green, yellow. Just a simple blue from a 4-star, and maybe a black and blue. What 4-star have we not played a blue ability in for a really long time? Wish we could play Rescue, but blue is the only color I don't have for her. Haven't played Prowler in a while. Bishop might have been a smart move here as well. Well, Prowler would be better off. Nope. Let's see. We could also play Taskmaster. I haven't played him forever. He's going to have a pretty weak blue ability. Let's do it. He's very unique in the fact that you can change what ability you get from his blue. We could either choose Speed Shot, that's the last one I did use. Billy Club for a good stun ability. That might be the, well, let's see. No, we're going to play Wasp's blue. Why do I keep saying blue? Wasp is blue, yellow, black, red, green. Purple is the color we need. Oh man, we'll have to take Taskmaster into another fight here soon. Maybe here's the thing. Let's make this a huge challenge and play with Talos. He's got a purple ability, and I haven't played him a lot since champing. Let's go for it. We'll talk a little bit more about this team. It's going to be a big time challenge. But let's take Thor down to about 30, to about half of his health. A little more than half of his health would be, you know, over 26,000. So we'll take him down to about 27, 28,000 and then go from there. So let's try to make a focus on Wasp colors and Talos. We'll get Thor from his automatic damage from being at under 50% health for his quote-unquote God mode. So it's nice to start with blue. There's just nothing going on for blue in this board. So we'll try to get purple running early, and here's why. Oh man, what a lucky drop. Let's take a look at Talos here real quick. Access granted is his 7 purple AP ability. He creates 2 trap tiles that shapeshift Talos into the target enemy. While any of these tiles are on the board, Talos steals 2 AP in the shapeshifted target's strongest color when you make a match of it. So that's going to be pretty interesting. We already have Thor down to 25,000 health. Let's move off of him over to Wasp now. And when we get our purple ready, we're going to decide which one to shapeshift into, which color would be the most helpful at that point. We have our yellow ready to play, and here's what I think I should do. There's a match 4 that Thor would take the match of. He would be tanking that and then left out in front for damage from the next turn. Let's play Shrink Tactics from Wasp and play it on Thor, and this is the good use you get out of it. He's now invisible for a few turns, and now we can safely make moves that Thor would take damage from, and he will stay invisible, and Wasp will be out front. Or whichever character that you line up in order behind him. So, alright, not bad. We have our purple to play for our shapeshift, and so I think what we'll do is, what's the best? Okay, so Wasp's strongest color is blue. Thor's is green. Green would make sense to shapeshift that way, but that would mean I have to make green matches to steal green. And then Back in Black Spidey is also blue. So let's shapeshift into Wasp for fun, because then we'll have 2 Wasps on our team. Let's go. There we go. So whenever we make a match in blue, we're going to steal blue AP from the enemy while those traps are on the board. Don't be confused and think that when you make a match in the trap's color, you steal that color. It's always the one you're shapeshifted into, and that's the color you steal. Alright. Well, I was kind of hoping to avoid this spot here, but we're just going to do this double move. Steal some blue. Got it. Nice. Now we have Wasp's black ready to play. There are 2 locked swarm tiles on the board. Let's play Wasp's blue ability for sting operation. Steals AP immediately, and then when this counts down, she creates 2 blue locked swarm tiles. Go for More purple. Uh-oh, the board shifted, so that means a lot of our plans are messed up. Well, that's okay. Not too bad. Here we go. This is a good spot to be in. All right, let's play Thor's green. We have got a Thunder ready to play for big time team damage, 14,800. We will. Ah, man. We'll just knock Thor out here. Now we don't have to worry about his god mode. And in another turn, we'll get another couple of locked swarm tiles. Thor is visible, so let's just get blue. There, so now there's 2 swarm tiles on the board. I think this would be a good spot to play Pain Index. I usually like to try to get 3. Well, let me think. Now let's do this again and send Thor invisible. Additional swarm tiles. Now there's 5. We'll get max damage out of Call the Swarm. Let's play that on Back in Black Spidey. That's going to destroy all of the locked swarm tiles plus the tiles around them for decent damage. Only 10,000 or so. I really wish that thing did a bunch more damage than that. I think they kind of made a little bit of a calculation mistake because you can't get too many more swarm tiles on the board than 5 very easily at all. But this board is set up to give us some really good cascades after that action. Black drops purple, another purple, and then yellow at least. So the developer is going to act like you always get major cascades after you play Call the Swarm, and that's not the case. Let's now access granted into Back in Black Spidey. Steal some more AP. We stole green. Thor's invisible, so we can safely... No, let's do this. We'll knock Wasp out that way. We could win, but I kind of want to... Yeah, we'll do it this way. Extra move that drops a critical on blue gets the win. All right, that's definitely a major challenge team, and we didn't have any trouble at all. Things went pretty well. So, well, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks for suggestions, and make sure to put some more suggestions down in the comments of the video, and I'll do a better job of having my list ready of everybody we've asked for, mostly because I lost it yesterday, and it's been a number of days since the Shield training has even been open. So I'll go back through the last couple of videos and get your requests in line and make sure we get them in. If you want to see more MPQ on YouTube, hit up MPQ Mastery, please. Really a lot of excellent stuff there. And please like and follow our stuff and watch our old videos on YouTube and also back on Twitch if you can. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll have a lot more action in the next video in First Avenger. Happy birthday, America. See you next time.